Hey guys, Dr. Keith here with another Thrive in 5. I'd just like to start with a little snippet that I noticed in New Scientist magazine. New Scientist is it's kind of pompous sometimes, but it's also quite catchy and engaging, and they come up with some silly titles and very interesting perspectives. But anyway, it just said this. I can't remember the article. Well, in fact, I think it was in the editorial. That's right. Human intelligence varies astonishingly. Why didn't evolution make us all geniuses? Well, we're all supposed to evolve to the best. Now, if we were brains like we're supposed to be, brains would have evolved in the way that brains evolve, or anything evolves. So this is a bit of an argument against the brain-based consciousness bit, but I don't want to go there, right? The point is, why do people, and this is what the editorial is saying, why do people, even with a very high IQ, behave like idiots quite a lot of the time? Let's move on and quote the French author Gustave Flaubert. He wrote Madame Bovary, remember? He was he died in 1880. And this is a quote from him. Earth has its boundaries, but human stupidity is limitless. And in fact, he got so taken up with this, the whole thing, that it became an obsession with him. He started to write or compile a sort of encyclopedia of human stupidity, I suppose. Unfortunately, he died before it got completed, and some people think that's probably what killed him. He died early at the age of 58. Well, that's, by modern standards. In the time, I suppose it wasn't so bad, and in fact, he led a very good life. He was a great author. But anyway, let's move on to one of my definitions of sanity. I've got lots. One I'll share with you someday is having a bright, beckoning, beautiful future. Golden future. If you've got one out there, then you're pretty sane. And if the future is black and dark and scary, you're probably not doing so good. Anyway, here's another definition of sanity, which is the ability to tell what is important. Things that have to be done at all costs. Let's say you're involved in a project. You've got to do this if the project is going to work. But the corollary to that is you've also got to be able to figure out what's got to be avoided, what must not be done at all costs, what is just totally unimportant, and any known barriers that exist to what it is that you're trying to do. Put it differently. Look, I've summarized this in a different way. What must be done? What must not be done, that is avoided, what's unimportant, because these are just distractions, and then finally barriers and how to get round them. You could give this in a bit more detail if you're doing planning and working on business and so on. A sort of stronger or longer or more detailed strategy. What is going to have to happen if I'm going to achieve my goal, right? What is going to have to cease if I'm going to achieve my goal? What is it important to put into a sequence? So you have to do it in the right order. That could be crucial. If there's a sequence needed, you need to be able to identify that. And of course, kind of the corollary is what could be done in any order, any time, if I'm going to reach my goal. And then, importantly, what sort of person or attitude will get what I want? If you want to be a leader of men and women, it's no good being a little mousy, rather timid, frightened sort of person. They would expect you to be bold and confident, authoritative in your own mind, and full of ideas, abundant ideas of what you need. And then lastly, perhaps important, what sort of person or what sort of attitude would fail to get what I want? Well, I got news for you. If you're showing any of that as a trait, you're going to have to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Anyway, these are just kind of tidbits, ideas. I suggest that you play it again, make some notes, and then see what you can apply it to in life. Because I can tell you, although this is short and sweet, I found all of this incredibly valuable in life. And I haven't done so bad for a kid from the wrong side of the tracks. I sort of made it in a sense. I'm not fabulously rich, but I've been able to change the world. And to me, that's very important. You know, your legacy is not how rich you are or how famous you are. Your legacy is really, is the world a better place because you are here? If it was, you're done good. Okay, thanks.